I mean, it happens to be like what everyone does, but like it's the least. I forgot who told me this. I think it was like one of my rabbis. Like the biggest contradiction inherent within dating is that you are doing what is like by definition the most judgmental experience of all time. You're sitting across from a person and judging their values and their experiences and seeing if they are good enough for you and if they will make a good spouse, while at the same time trying to build like a romantic relationship, which by definition like you cannot be judgmental in order to build like a good relationship.
What do you mean?
Meaning like if you are.
Of course, I'm judging the person across the table. That's
my
job.
And it makes it difficult to build a genuine romantic relationship with someone you're constantly judging.
I feel like that's the complete opposite.
Why?
Because if I'm not judging somebody on a date, I'm not doing my job.
That's the inherent contradiction. I'm saying it's like it's hard, but if you also want to build a real relationship with them. You want to build a unconditional loving relationship with them, and it's hard to fall into that.
I don't know how people have this like unconditional love, whatever, when people date for a few months and then they think they love them. And it's like, it's very hard to see red flags when you're wearing rose tinted glasses, sitting over dinner for like a few times and then trying to not judge them. And then
I'm not saying not to
agree
judge them.
to have something long term. Like, I find that kind of like ridiculous.
But then how do you like fall in love with someone that you're constantly judging?
You take your time. And if dating is so hard and you're struggling to date someone, it's not going to get better when you're married.
No, I'm not saying struggling. I'm just saying like if you're dating for marriage and you're meeting this person on a date and you're simultaneously trying to figure out if they match your values and will make a good spouse, but at the same time, like there's just the intangible piece of like you have to like genuinely connect and be in love with this person. Building those two things go against each other, I think. Meaning, doing the research, this is like a very clinical assessment. Does this person agree with me on what kind of lifestyle we want to live and what's most important to us and whatever, religious level, monetary, this and that. That's like a very just like clinical judgmental process. Look at him. Do I think he's going to be a good father? Do I think he's going to make enough money for me? Then there's the like building the intangible, like two people have to fall in love on a chemical, like non-rational basis.
Right.
And when you're constantly judging that person simultaneously because of this side, it's very hard to fall in love with them. I think, or that. I overcorrect in general. Like I have no checklist and I ignore this whole thing and I just look for like the chemical and like emotional connection, and then people yell at me and are like, but like what about A, B, C, and D? And I tend to not care.
So what are you looking for?
I just said I don't know.
No, well, like if you had like build a girl,
Build
like
a girl?
a Build-A-Bear.
Yeah.
What would you build
by
her?
the way.
By the way, with AI, no doubt in 10 years from now, you could build your own wife.
Right, but you see, like, if you could build a girl, then you wouldn't fall in love with them, because it's just not a real thing.
Why? It could be your dream girl.
But like the piece of like the connection is not something that checks all your boxes. It's just something that like it's like totally intangible. It's almost like spiritual in a sense.
Yeah, but if you had to like envision your ideal wife, what qualities would she have? What would she look like? How would she talk to you? What kind of a mother would she be?
Good at all of those.
I would hope so.
I don't know. It's changed so much, and it always changes. But I don't know. Everyone's looking for someone like super giving. I think that's like the most important thing is like someone super selfless. That good balance of obsessed with you, but also knows how to like push you and be your best at the same time, which is so hard.
I hear that.
Like when they're criticizing you and critiquing you and like managing you, you know it comes from such a place of love because of how obsessed they are with you.
Right.